But right now, get ready for Shadow the Hedgehog, expert Glitchless with BlazinZzetti. How you doing today?
Doing good.
All right, excellent. Let's get started. What are you going to show us today?
So, when you get all your A ranks, you unlock a special mode in Shadow the Hedgehog called the expert mode. And that's basically just going to send you through all the stages one by one, and you got to prove that you're the best. So, I will get this run going. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so first stage, doesn't matter what the run is, it's going to be Westopolis. And yeah, so a little bit of a change here in the very start is that we are going to run into this helicopter that's not normally here. Take a little bit of damage, but that lets us like get out of this falling animation, and we can light dash down like such. A little bit of waiting, and I can get past here about 2 seconds faster. It's all nice. So the goal here is I'm going to try to get as much chaos control power as possible. So I'm going to keep count of what I have, because I also want to get it at the right time. So I think I missed one guy so far, and that's fine. I'm just going to sneak my way through, just like such. Get some more ammo. Okay, we should be plenty fine here, so I'm going to kill some more aliens. Now we have the power of chaos control, which I can use by pressing the Y button. And that'll just basically lets me auto-scroll through a bit of the stage. I'm going to cancel it right here, though, so that allows me to light dash down this way, and I can sneak my way through here, start up again, and I'll let me skip this loop and this jump dash ramp thing here. And use our first special weapon of the game, that is the Omochao gun. Omochao is a weapon in this game that makes him, like, based and stuff, I don't know. His special power is that he can just ricochets around to all the different enemies around, so really nice for clearing debris out of the way. So you didn't get much use there. We'll see him later on. So in this stage, they moved the goal ring to the very end of the stage, where you would normally kill a few more enemies for the hero or direct missions from the story mode. And yeah, so every stage is a little bit remixed such that they will allow you to see more of the stage. Okay, no A-rings at all here, so just a nifty animation. You'll notice by now we're playing on the Japanese version, and the reason for this is I don't get to use the chaos control glitch in this run, and it's patched in this one, so it doesn't really matter. But there's another change where the worm enemies that you'll see later on here, they can be vacuumed up a little bit faster with the weapon I'll be grabbing later on. So I'm able to do a handful of things a little bit faster because I'm on the Japanese version. Otherwise, the versions are pretty much exactly the same. You can do anything on the English version that you can do on the Japanese, and so on and so forth. Alright, I'm going to grab this guy for his weapon. And then we're going to do this little light dash up here. I'm going to grab these two guys. Gotta make sure I do this decently fast, because once I land on that platform, a little timer starts, and it loads up the lighthouse I just went through. That, if I'm a bit too slow, I'll miss the lighthouse, and I have to wait for it, because it's gonna have to come back around. But we're all good. Another thing we'll notice here is that in Shadow the Hedgehog, unlike other Sonic games, you only lose 10 rings per hit, which is great, because there's guns everywhere in this game. So, being able to damage boost your way through some of the stages, unlike in other Sonic games, is pretty great. Okay. Oh. Stupid homing attack. Likes to lock onto things when I don't want them to. Okay, coming up here is the next shadow box with the special weapon, the egg vacuum. You may recognize the look of this as the Billy Hatcher egg. A little nod to that game. And with this, I can just, basically, if it's something that can be vacuumed up, I get it. If it can't, it doesn't go in. But it allows me to focus on my movement more than trying to aim with the gun. Work my way through here. Now I'm going to do a maneuver called a spin dash high jump here. And I didn't, oh, okay, I got onto one of them. But basically it lets me take my giant jump forwards and push it upwards instead. So A little bit of a sneak there. Gonna open up this door, gonna grab that worm without having to wait for it real quick. So that door opened up because we've already played through this game a bunch, and we've unlocked all the keys, and now all these doors are available to us. Not every door has a shortcut like this, but a decent number of them do, and they're pretty helpful, so we'll use them when we can. Otherwise, we're just kind of playing through the game as best as we can, fast as we can. We're not allowed to use any of the glitches here. This is the glitchless category, so one major glitch is the chaos control glitch. So not being able to basically skip an entire level, we'll have to actually play through it, which Glyphic Canyon is a good example of. Coming up next. A couple other glitches like going out of bounds, like farming up points. None of that will be used here. And yeah, gotta get through this section by killing all the enemies. If I miss one of them, I don't get to fly through the next one. So this last section here is usually a pain if I mess one up, but the Vague Vacuum does have a bit of a range, so at least on the second one I can recover nicely if something happens. Okay. And this is where the entrance to the dark area is, so we'll have to play through this. Normally there's a power core program, but now we're just gonna hit a gold ring. Nothing crazy. I'm gonna grab the heal cannon here. This is a weapon that lets me heal my allies. With that, I get chaos control. I can skip this tower climb section, and we're done. I'm gonna try to keep count of all the in-game times that we get as we play through this, because if I get a lot of good times, there's a potential for a new world record. And we calculate this by the in-game timer so that people on Xbox don't have to worry about loading things too fast and getting free records that way. Yeah, I'll be able, if I can keep up with it, we'll be able to get a final time in the in-game time. I'm going to skip this loop there. I'm going to skip this ramp here because both of those are pretty slow. The ramp in particular just launches you up in the air, you have to fall forever. So being able to skip that, it's nice. There's not a ramp here though, so I need to be careful and not just run into the abyss. This is another level where I gotta keep really close attention to my meter. I don't want to get too many kills early on, like a few of those larvae, it's fine. But if I get too many kills too soon, my meter starts up and it will start draining, and I need to have the full meter for later on in the stage. So I'm keeping an eye on that. There's another like gonna kill you because this is expert and it's supposed to be a little bit harder, but I've played this several times now. I know what's up. Alright, so we're gonna grab this guy here and we're gonna do another spin dash jump here off of the slanted ledge or slanted pillar. And that'll let us skip to like the horizontal loop that I would have had to have done. We skip a lot of loops in this game. Alright, here's another loop. It's in 4 parts or 3 parts. I'm gonna skip it too. Oh, okay, good. Thank you for knocking me back that way and not forwards. Oh no! Okay. Unfortunate death. That's like a 10-second penalty. I'm just gonna travel around here for safety. Okay. Oh, there's no, you can tell how often I come over here, because I was surprised there wasn't any, like, floaty things that we'll be seeing in some other stages. But yeah, ideally I would have gotten Chaos Control right there, and I would be skipping through all of this. See, look at how high up I go. I gotta go down for so long. Okay. Then I would stop here, grab this guy, grab a bunch of these guys as well, restart the Chaos Control, to skip the sections I'm going through now. And I would be dropped off somewhere around here. And then from here, I'll be able to wait patiently for all this debris to get out of the way, and then I'm going to use the spin dash here to hit the back plane of where the tornado launch trigger is, and that'll put me at the end. Or if I happen to go through that loop. So, unfortunate death. Let's see, so 230, let's say the 241 for the time there. And I'll have to recalculate this later if it ends up being a potential record. I'm doubtful at this point, but that's fine. We're having fun. Okay, Lethal Highway. This is a fun one. So the objective here is you just need to get to the end. There's no hidden, or not hidden. There's no tank to take out. So all we have to do is run to the end. There's a lot of straightaways. So what we'll do is we'll grab a few weapons here, just like that. I do want to get these kills. And then I'm gonna use this randomized item box that is not so random to get this flame shield. Let's just run through the stage. I'll deal 1 damage to anything that is on the ground that touches me before I run into it, which is gonna take care of all these larvae. It's gonna break all these barriers that are in my way. So this will go a lot more smoother. If I ever lose this shield, I'm gonna be sad. Okay, just like that. Make my way through here. Gotta wait for this guy to allow me to go through. And make my way past all this. Now we got the shadow box again. I'm gonna grab the egg vacuum because the egg vacuum will let me vacuum up all the enemies I need. A bit short on points there, but that's fine. There's a few extra past this point. I'm gonna cancel chaos control here. Use this light dash to really get up to speed. Now we're just gonna be running. Look at how fast we're going. Now, if we were doing the glitched version, we'd basically be just skipping all of this by getting chaos control and using that glitch to make it infinite. But this is a little more fun. We got a few more enemies here, and make our way down here. There's a handful more. Oh, actually, grab the ledge, please. Thank you. Well, enemy spawn here, but I gotta get close to them to actually trigger their falling. And then there's one more guy up here. It should be good. Now, this part here, I gotta be a little careful. There's a lot of larvae, and they don't amount to much individually, but when you get through a lot of them, they start to add up. And you can get chaos control a little bit early. You don't get the full range. Up. I ran into something on fire, so that's unfortunate. So I lost my fire shield. I gotta be a little careful for this end section here. But otherwise, this level is pretty much done. So make sure I don't hit into the larvae. Thank you for not running into me. There's this cage here I gotta actually break now without having the fire shield. And I can do a spin dash to get to that instead of a blind jump. And then we got one last loop-de-loop. Yes, I am sad now. Alright. Into the goal ring. That's the end of the stage. Alright, so that's the last of the stage 2s. If you remember what the level map looks like, we're kind of just going left to right, up and down. So this is the first stage 3. And this one's a pretty fun one because the for a long time this stage has been like pretty much all the glitches available to you didn't matter. You have to run through the stage, but we've studied it a bit more, learned a lot more, and now there's a bit of a chaos control usage here, but nothing too crazy. I'm gonna make my way down here. And this next puzzle here requires a torch, but they've hidden all the torches in these trees, so I'm just gonna grab a torch, like so. And because the damaging end of this torch is on fire, I can use that to break the next shadow box here without having to worry about like doing an actual attack. That's a pretty nifty thing. Use a spin dash to get past that puzzle. And then I'm gonna jump off here so I can land here and do another spin dash to make my way up here a little bit faster. There's a whole puzzle below us where you have to go like save Cream real quick. And now I don't have to do that. Alright, so this is a flying section. It's kind of like Star Fox in a sense as far as controls. But what do you call? Just gotta be a little bit careful. Yep, okay, got that first guy. I want to make sure I get at least like 1750 worth of points. I think we're gonna be good. Okay, missed one, that's fine. Okay, 1750. So with that, that'll give me enough points so that these next enemies I'll be coming up against will be able to put me over. So I'm gonna grab this. There's a bat on this rail, so I'm gonna grab those. There's a guy over there, I'm gonna have Omochao take care of them. A few more guys down there. I'm a bit low on points that way, but I think if I do a jump here and grab him up, nope, still a little bit short. That's fine. Okay, now we're in chaos control mode. I'm gonna do a little maneuver here that's kind of fun. I'm gonna jump on the spider butt, and then I can use my Y button to start up chaos control. The game wants to put me through, or up in the upper section, so it puts me there, but for some reason I don't get the start right away, so I gotta press the button again, and then I just get the chaos control through there. Okay, this is the final stretch. Just gotta make sure I land on this platform in time before it gets up too high. And then I can do a quick little jump dash here to get my speed up. When I'm on a rail, I just pretty much just press its X button a bunch, and that just increases my speed. The skeleton monster that's supposed to be chasing us, it's gone now. Clearly the developers didn't think that that's something that someone would be able to do. Something like that. Okay. Coming up next is Prison Island. Prison Island is one of the few stages in expert mode that actually changes quite a bit. A lot of the other stages are like minor changes here and there, but Prison Island changes quite a bit. But it's also a pretty interesting one for the use of chaos control and just all the different mechanics in the game. So I'm going to start off like this, and we're going to grab this guy's gun, kill a few more. We're going to be grinding out some of these gun soldier kills for their dark meter. And now, unlike Hero Shadow, you don't get the ability to use chaos control if you fill up your dark meter, but you get the power of Chaos Blast and like Dark Shadow in general. Dark Shadow in general is the part we care about, because with Dark Shadow we can run on this acid river later with invincibility and infinite ammo. That'll be nice. In the meantime, we'll have to use this air saucer, one of the many vehicles in this game. A lot of the vehicles are actually not that great, but air saucer's pretty OP. Okay, got the Omochao again. We'll get to see its use real nicely here, because there's a lot of things around. One shot, two shots to take out guys, one shot to take out a bunch of larvae, and it's just dancing around. Might be taking a few extra pot shots here and there to make sure I really get everything I need. We do some chaos control here. Skip for here, but I have to kill these 3 enemies here for that spring pad that will open up in that cage, and that will allow me to then continue on, because the game will stop you in your tracks to make you open up that. Now that I'm here, I'm going to do a quick pause on pause, let the level load up a bit faster. And with a quick kill there, and now in Dark Shadow, I can do the thing I said earlier with the infinite ammo, infinite no damage taking, invincibility I believe they call it. And we're just gonna blast our way through here. Now having, it's not quite a full meter, so if I get a full meter around that spot, I'm pretty safe to continue this as I want, but it's a little bit short, so I might have to do a quick, like, maneuver, but it should be fine otherwise. We're gonna try to make it though, so I'm gonna run this acid river here. One more. It's fighting the timer, do a jump! Okay. We're good. Now we're just gonna do this last straight away down to the goal. This is where one of the top secret discs are, if you're doing the hero mission. I'm gonna jump off this a little bit earlier. And just like that, we're done. Okay, this next one's pretty fun too. Recently, one of the other runners rerouted this stage, and it's a lot more fun to do now. A lot more flashy. So welcome to Circus Park. The main objective for the expert mode version of this is we want to be able to use chaos control in one spot in particular, because if we don't, I will lose many lives trying to get past it. So we are going to make sure I don't miss anything. I'm gonna grab this guy here, and I'm gonna break this pillar, which leaves a little bit on the ground that I can use as a spin dash high jump ledge. Allows me to go all the way up. I'm having to wait for the drum elevator things. I'm gonna do a quick spin dash just past that section, and then make our way to the next area. Grab that shield just for fun. It's not necessary, but it's fun to get it really fast like that. Alright, the shadow weapon of choice here is going to be the egg vacuum, because all the enemies I need to vacuum up are easy peasy. Use this little jumping maneuver here that I think I made up. I forget if that was in the original route that Dream came up with. Yep, now we're through here. I think I'm a little bit ahead on points because I grabbed the one guy on accident, but that's fine. There's plenty of guys I will skip along the way if that is not necessary. One of the fun things about running this game is keeping an eye on your points, because like I said earlier, you don't want to get them too early. Okay, I think we're good. If not, I'm gonna be sad. Actually, we're gonna get this guy just for safety. Normally I skip him because he explodes, but I need to get past this section here. You can see on the bottom there it is. That part is awful. It is one of the few areas in this game that will drain your lives. And you have to gotta start all over. That's another thing about expert mode, is that if you run out of lives, you just gotta start from the beginning again. So good that we got past that. I'm gonna use another spin dash high jump here, or I tried to, and now I'm gonna just bail on it because I don't want to constantly jump and fail that. Now basically push me up to that spring. And this is the end. Just gonna do a quick rail section here. Pay attention to the egg vacuum as it decides to stay in one spot, and the rest of the level is moving around it. So, a little interesting thing there. Okay, just gonna make our way through there and into the gold ring. That concludes the stage 3s, and now we're moving on to the stage 4s, where things get a little bit harder. Starting off with Central City here. Eventually, please load, thank you. This is why in-game time is really nice for us. Okay. Unfortunately, didn't get that spin dash, but that's fine. I'll just do this the intended way. It's fine. So, the goal here is you gotta take out all these bombs, but the bombs are protected by crates, and I need to destroy the enemies protecting the crates in order to open the crates to destroy the bombs. So there'll be a lot of shooting. I'll do a spin dash jump here, open up that wall, and make my way through. Skip this ramp here. Okay, there's a few gun soldiers here, and there's enough here to get me into Dark Shadow mode, which will be very helpful later. I'm gonna grab this bazooka that deals some, like, basically one shot, one kill. There's two guys to the side of me, always spawning in slowly. Okay, I can use Chaos Blast here. Actually useful for once, instead of like a complete waste of time. Because there's enemies dropping from above there, and I can hit them earlier if they run into my Chaos Blast. So, that is the opposite weapon. Thank you. This is the weapon of death, known as the Shadow Rifle. Basically, it can kill any of the normal troops on the ground within a single shot. You unlock this by completing the last story. And with the power of Dark Shadow and infinite ammo, this is just melting everything in sight. Okay, gonna climb up this pole a little bit faster by doing consecutive jumps. And then we're gonna use a spin dash high jump on this wall there to skip that. They want you to go the other way around and come up to this wall from up or down the other way there, but I don't want to do that. Okay, fourth bomb, being protected by these black oaks. And now I do have the power of Hero Shadow and the power of Chaos Control, but if you don't want to use Chaos Control, we're just going to use this like we would normally for Dark Shadow, for the infinite ammo and invincibility. And then there's one more bomb here. That's at the actual 4th bomb. Okay. Moving on to the Doom. The Doom is kind of hilarious. There's a lot of ways to get past this door. They don't want you to get past early. And one way that we used to do this is going out of bounds, but out of bounds is not allowed for expert mode. So we will instead be doing a little interesting maneuver. I needed that flame though. I need all of these flames. These flames help get me hero points, as you can see now on the screen. So I'm going to need to do a little bit of a different maneuver here. Get that flame. Didn't get that flame. I'll grab that flame. And I will heal you too. You are healed. You feel good. I'm going to be... Oh, it crashed! That's not good. That can happen sometimes. Usually in glitch runs, but never usually in glitchless. So I'm just going to give up on my in-game time calculations. You give me like a minute and I will be right back into it. Thankfully, whenever we complete a stage in expert mode, it does save. So I'll be able to get right back into that level. That's a really quick level too. So we'll be back on it in no time. Furiously mashing the start button right now. Gotta love those required intro screens. And continue, not new. Thank you. Hello, the Doom. Let's do this better than last time, please. I had a feeling something like that was going to happen. It seemed like with Central City, like taking a little bit longer to load, I feel like something was up. Okay, 1 flame, 2 flame, 3 flames. Each flame is 1/10 of a meter. 4, 5, 6. And each heal is also 1/10 of a meter. So there's 4 gun soldiers here. So 1, 2, and there's 2 more here. They're gonna make their way slowly over this way, and I'm gonna do this. Use chaos control next to the door to skip the door, but I gotta cancel real quick and make my way back because this is not where I want to continue. Gonna grab some more flames for some extra bonus safety points, and from here I can now use chaos control, skip all the way to the top. The objective in this stage is to heal all these scientists. So they're all at the end here. Kind of the joke, like, oh, go find all the scientists, because last time they were scattered everywhere. Like, where are they now? Who knows? And they're at the end. So they'll have you searching around everywhere, but they're just all right there. All right, Sky Troops. So this is interesting in terms of lore. You might recognize these structures that I'm running across. They're from Glyphic Canyon. Turns out, thousands of years ago, the aliens placed these structures in the Earth for helping them later. So now they're flying and they're attacking Eggman, or Eggman's attacking them. One of the both? Why not? Oh, I got ahead of myself there. I need to kill you. Okay. Oh, let me through. Okay, gonna do a light dash here, and if I do this correctly, I'll get through this in like 2 seconds. Up, fine, 4 seconds. But yeah. Okay, here's a little jumpy thingy. A bit slow, but spend most of your time in the air, you do pretty well. Into speed. I would like to leave now. Thank you for dropping my input. Okay, one last light dash through here. Now, again, I want to make sure I don't get too many kills too soon. So I've routed out exactly who I want to kill. I have to be careful about this next section coming up here because there's a bunch of larvae on the ground, and they would put me over. But thankfully, I just skipped them by doing a spin dash high jump there. We will be taking this loop for once. This loop is a little bit slow to pass, or to skip, so we're just gonna do it normally. It's okay to do things normally if it's the fastest way to do it. One shot there, get me chaos control. Lets me skip past this next jumping section here. And we're good. I'm gonna make my way up here. And we can skip this one. We got 11 shots at me, and that's fine. There's plenty of enemies to get. You got 2 black oaks here. And then these two more black oaks. Oh, missed one. Now these 2 black warriors, they have shields, so I can't shoot them from my shadow rifle. I have to do a barrage of homing attacks. That's fine. I got 4 shots, I need only 3. I'm gonna shoot these 3. Okay, I apparently needed all 4. Okay, I'm gonna jump into the abyss instead of going into the Black Hawk Star Fox section. Now let me skip through this real quick. Ideally, that would have been super cool looking because I would have like bam, 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 running. But yep, whoops. And now we're at the end of the stage. Okay, coming up is a fan favorite. It is the Mad Matrix stage. Now, thankfully, we do not have to do the dark mission. It's a solved mission, but like, we don't have to do the dark mission. That's not what they're requiring of us. But they want us to go through the whole stage. So we'll be doing the hero mission, which is going through each of the terminals and turning them on, which will be great. So I'll make my way through this blue tower to start. Let's solve these color puzzles. In this case, it's blue, but it doesn't have to be blue. It could be any color. They just don't have to match. We'll see an example of that later on. Make my way just like that. This camera's kind of messed up, but I've trained in the way of just dealing with it. So, gonna make my way through here. There's a way to jump past this section, but it requires going out of bounds, and that's not allowed. So we're just gonna do the puzzle as intended, as fast as we can. Alright, we're gonna grab the heal cannon from here, and basically throughout the entire stage, we're just gonna slowly heal up on enemies and use one really effective chaos control for the end. Fun fact, you can use the L button here, or is it R button? R button. The R button to lock the camera, and this is also because you use the R button for strafing, and the strafing also locks up the camera. So, when you know what you're doing, it's fun to mess around with in this stage. Oh, nope, I want you to be blue. There we go. Okay, first 2 healing targets here. Got another 2 coming up here. Like that. I was only shooting it once, but the blast radius is big enough I could hit both. Now, another fun fact about this heal cannon is it will pacify any enemies that are around. So, the gun soldiers, or the egg guys, don't really care. That worm will murder me if I allow it to be hostile towards me. So, like, try to imagine jumping through this with a bunch of missiles firing at you. Ain't fun. So, we make sure that he's up and about before I do that second shot to get extra points. And that is Yellow Tower. It looks orange, I know, but I'm pretty sure, like 99% sure, they mention it as Yellow Tower in the game, so... Yellow Tower. Now to Red Tower. So, fun thing about this circuit here, it's actually like not that crazy, and it's symmetrical. Oh, I didn't need that. Okay, wrong turn. That's fine. We're still on path. But yeah, it's symmetrical, so you only have to memorize one half of it, and then just mirror whatever you're trying to remember. And then you remembered all of it. Okay, one more puzzle here. I'm surprised I didn't hit those bottom few. That was really close. Okay, one more puzzle here. And now I just gotta wait. There's a way to do a spin dash high jump off of these little platforms, but I don't want to die again, especially with the death that we already had. And the crash. So we'll be taking it a little more safe. Okay, you can see that little item box down there. That's where the gold ring would be normally, but again, that's not the objective here, so they took it out. I'm gonna do it. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Please let me do this. A spin dash jump to get over here. And now we're done with the red tower. One more tower remains, and that's the green tower. That's where we're gonna use our chaos control. Make our way over there. Again, we only lose 10 rings per hit, so these firewalls, they're actually firewalls, lol. They are no threat to us. We will just plow right through them. And now we're at the green tower. The main gimmick of green tower is that it has a bunch of auto-scrolling puzzles. I don't want to do that. Auto-scrollers, I don't know if you've heard, bad in speedrunning. So we can skip the auto-scroller. That is the fun. Alright, let's use the chaos control, skip the first one, get past the second one. We're gonna cancel, make sure we're good for the third one. Because if you don't, you end up on that little tiny platform down there. Okay, grab this pistol, do the rest of it, and we're good. Get us out of here. Alright.
The scroller's bad for speed running, but good for donations.
Yeah, if you have one, go for it.
This one comes from Clay CMM1215 with $11, who says, I'm still not asleep and I lost the marathon like almost an hour, and I just remembered to donate my $11 for the $11 donation train because trivia is awesome. And thank you everyone who was here. Okay, I'm going to eat and sleep. Bye. Yeah, Clay, please get your rest. Thank you so much for the previous host section, and the trivia was so much fun. Thank you. That went towards the Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance, any % bonus one. Please, please, please keep on getting some donations coming in. We have 80 out of 150, so we're more than halfway there. We're almost there, folks. Please keep it coming. Thank you.
Alright. So half the stage is over now. These stages can go by fast. But basically, the goal here, just get as many hero points as possible, use them at the right spot. So there's a couple guys there. I'm gonna just skip them because there's plenty of guys right here. And up in this next session, there's gonna be a lot of larvae. I don't want to touch any of them because they hurt, but also, like, they're just a pain. And I don't need them at all. I can grab the 3 black warriors right here. And now basically there's a bit of an area and effect around Shadow right now, so I'm doing damage, I'm breaking up stuff, and I'm just continuing that chaos control a little bit longer than it would normally because of the extra damage I did to the enemies. So good stuff. Let me take this loop though because that scares me trying to skip it. You can skip it. It's been a while. I'm not gonna. Alright. We're done with that stage. That marks the end of the stage 4s. And now we have, what, 11 stages left? We got starting of the stage 5s, known as the Arc. And yeah, so this one's a pretty interesting one because the glitch allowed runs have a nice out of bounds here. If you're familiar with the Arc or the Final Rush, it's pretty much the same thing. So find a nice spot to land and just fall into space, and eventually you get to the end. So pretty nifty. We can't do that though, that's out of bounds. So we gotta fly Star Fox style through the stage, basically just making sure that we get all of the dash pads that we'll see coming up here eventually. Where are they? Where? Thank you. I don't remember them taking that long to pop in. Alright, we especially want the last one. The last one has a heavier boost than the other two. And this is essentially an auto-scroller at this point. Just dodge the things, but I can only go so fast on the Black Bolt here. I could like use this gun that it has to shoot some missiles at things, but I don't need to worry about that really, because there's no, I don't really gain anything outside of a little bit of fun. If anything, it probably lags the game a little bit more, so I'll refrain from doing that. Yeah, not a whole lot left here. Just gotta fly in space. That's I haven't really thought about it before, but we're flying in space like with wings. It's an alien though, so I guess that justifies it a little bit more. I don't know. It helps me get to the end, so I guess I won't care that much more. But like, huh. Alright, we're almost at the end. There's one more section here where I need to make sure I get this dash pad just right. I want to land on like this top corner. Just let me hit that corner. Sometimes I can get past that. I want to make sure I hit the tippy top of this one. That'll get me all three. That one's a major one. If you miss that, you're flying for so much longer. But here's the goal ring. Auto-scroller complete. Alright, these next round of stages are going to be pretty fun though. A lot of shooting, a lot of maneuvering. Good old time. So here's Air Fleet. This is the one where you destroy the president's airplane, but we don't get to do that here. We just have to get to the end. Now, one of the mechanics of this stage is they have branching paths for you to go down. One with dark enemies, one with hero enemies. But in the expert mode, they force you down one of them, so we just have to make sure we get through that as best we can. Just gonna make my way up here, get the shadow rifle, because a lot of black oaks that I want to kill. And this gun has been programmed to exactly kill black oaks in one shot. So, definitely a must-have. Pick up some other enemies along the way. So here comes the black oak section. There's a black oak. There's a black oak. I'm gonna skip that one. There's a black oak. There's a black oak. There's another one. And I'm just gonna leave them alone because, like I've said a few times, we want to make sure we get chaos control at the right time. Gonna grab some more ammo there. Do a spin dash here to get through this section really fast. One more guy there. Now I can use the chaos control. Skip through the wind tunnel here. Make my way on this electric rail without taking damage. One more chaos control. Skip through that section real quick. There's 3 enemies in here. I only need that one and that one. That gives me enough points to continue the rest of the stage. Now we gotta go through the gun section. I don't need to kill these guys, but I don't want them in the way, especially these guys here, so I'm gonna shoot them. And the benefit of doing that is we're getting a lot of dark points, and with these dark points I can then use its invincibility power to just ignore everything else, like this hallway of lasers. Just zoom, zoom, zoom. Safety checkpoint here. And do another spin dash on these rails to get through this section as fast as we can. And wait for this one tunnel to finish up. Okay, now we're done with Dark Shadow. I'm going to kill these 3 black oaks, open up this door, but also to get the required points I need. And now underneath that laser, I went too fast. Usually I can get through that. Okay, 3 more black oaks. Last one right here. Use power of chaos control to go down this tunnel way faster than just falling down. And now we're at the end.
Ooh, I've got another donation coming in.
Oh, go for it.
This one comes from Rujasu55 with $5. In 1994, Sonic left a chili dog on a park bench so he could chase down Dr. Robotnik. He returned 0.3 seconds later to find out that the chili dog had disappeared. What happened to Sonic's chili dog? If you have any information about Sonic's lost chili dog, please donate to SS4C9. That went towards the 80% bonus run for Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance. If you have any more Sonic unsolved mysteries for Shadow the Hedgehog or any other, please donate to SS4C and I'll read them. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Alright, so this is another one of those straightforward stages. Get hero points, use chaos control, go fast. So I'm going to grab this egg vacuum here. One key point here is I need to be pretty much frame perfect when it comes to this maneuver here, where I grab those guys. I need a full meter. If I don't have a full meter, I will not make it past that point there. Even like the littlest bit of points remaining will make me miss that. So, very important I do that. There's definitely ways around it if you don't get it perfect. You can use a quick chaos control extension where you just restart it up. But it's pretty okay. You can use a spin dash here to get past this cavern. And a light dash to get to the end. Like that. Real nice and quick. Oh, I jumped too early. Oh, no. The time loss. Okay. Moving on. The next few stages here are on the Ark, which is a nice callback to Sonic Adventure 2. Like, being able to go through the Ark in the ways that we couldn't in the past games. In this case, we are racing Sonic, though Sonic is not here. Technically, this whole expert mode is like a training simulation, according to the dialogue. So, I guess just racing ourselves to go fast. You'll notice one of the main mechanics here is gravity shifting. Is a callback to Crazy Gadget, I think is what it's called. I'm gonna grab a safety checkpoint there. Jump past this ramp. Do a spin dash here to skip a few sections there. Now, upcoming here is a pretty interesting skip. I'm going to use my strafing ability to lock the camera in place, and now allow me to easily get this chaos orb that immediately fills up my chaos control meter. And with that, I'll be able to also maneuver down here and make sure I skip the dark ending that I just passed. Although you can finish this mission with the dark ending in Expert, it takes longer, and not longer in speedruns, shorter. We want shorter. Alright, so we're gonna do some damage boosting here. Get past that section, and basically the rest of this stage is just gonna be platforming really fast. I'm gonna make a charge spin dash jump here. I'm gonna do one more charge spin dash in this room here. Get that first one, thank you. Okay, here's another key door. I'm gonna use that to get this shortcut. Nice light dashing. Light dashing and spin dashing pretty okay in this run, but light dashing in this game otherwise is awful. I will try to go forwards and it will put me up. Yes, up. It's absurd. Or sometimes you'll get like soft locked because you go between two rings that somehow exist still, and the game is really confused on where to put you. Like, it's a bit of a gamble sometimes. Okay, Lost Impact. This is that one stage everybody hates, where you have to like find all the different artificial chaos. Don't worry, oh my god. Okay, we don't have to do that. In fact, we're not doing much of anything. We're just gonna run through the stage as fast as possible. There's a way to get hero points throughout the stage and allow you to use chaos control, but we found that it's not exactly faster to do so. So we're just gonna go fast. For some reason, I thought I automatically grabbed that, which is odd because that's never been the case. Alright. Must be the madness I have from playing this game too much. Okay. Making our way through here. Gotta make sure we do some strategic jumps to maintain our momentum, but also allowing the doors to open up. Because they have to load the next area sometimes. Like so. Okay, moving on. This stage is pretty cool in the glitches category because there's a nice out of bounds you can do. Basically takes you to the end, but again, out of bounds, not allowed for glitchless. Okay, made it through the meteorites. Technically I can do a spin dash into that area over there, but again, out of bounds, so... Or like I'd have to clip through the walls to get in bounds again. So, no go. Alright, one last gun lift. Get these guys out of my way. And this will conclude the stage 5s, which leaves the stage 6s and the last way. Alright, so these are going to be all the stages that you would normally end at when you're doing story mode. You gotta do each one at a time. And these ones actually have like a handful of changes that actually make them harder. Alright, starting off with Gun Fortress. Main thing here is I just want to dodge everything. No point of killing anybody here. They don't give me points fast enough compared to what I'll be doing later. Up. Gotta love it when you brush up against something and lose all your speed. And we've been pretty good about that in this run. Here's the one section that will probably take at least a life or two from you, because that's normally just a straight bridge. So if you're not expecting it, it's an uh-oh. Alright, you're supposed to go all the way up here and like make your way through, but I'm just gonna do a spin dash high jump off of that rail, skip that whole section. Grab the shadow rifle here and we'll just plink off these gun soldiers as we see them. Grab that. There's a little bit of a maneuver here that I'll be doing. That'll let me skip this next wind section. Up. Didn't quite get the jump right, but you can skip past that by just barely getting above it. It's pretty neat. Alright, let's go for the mega jump. Up. Didn't even get a normal jump. Or I guess that was the normal jump, but I want a better jump. Here we go. Okay, let's do this quick back up here to get a little extra height. And we're good. Just flank off these gun soldiers here. Now I'm in Dark Shadow, so I get invincibility power, which is nice. So that means I just have one less thing to worry about when I'm coming through this section here, particularly this laser that I am cutting myself through right now. Alright, next section here is this big hallway, but if I time this dash right, I can just plow through it like nothing. And now use this key door shortcut to finish the rest of the stage. Just like that. Do some jumping around. Here comes another one of those security camera sections. I've routed out a particular way of attacking these enemies, thus that it's pretty consistent to get through. That area can be a really big pain in the butt. Alright, and then one more section here. This is normally has a ramp. I'm just gonna dash through, but I gotta take it slow and jump through here, because if I try to do anything else, it just kills me. Alright, 5 more stages. Alright. Coming up next here is the Black Comet. The Black Comet is pretty awesome when it's in a glitch run, because there's this awesome out of bounds we can do. I'll explain when the out of bounds would have started, and I'll explain when the out of bounds would have ended. And it'd be like, what the fuck? So I'm going to grab this heal cannon here, and we're going to heal these gun soldiers. Like that. The game is acting a little odd right now. Or at least it was a little bit there. Hopefully that stops, because I would like it to be normal again. Thank you. Okay, let me heal all those guys. I'm done with the heal can, so I'm just gonna drop it. I'm gonna grab a shadow rifle now. Do another spin dash to get over here. And I'm gonna do another spin dash high jump here to skip this elevator. Real nice and quick. And then I'm gonna grab a few more hero points in this next section by taking out these worms. Alright, and that puts me, it's just basically one more kill to get a full hero meter. Normally I would not kill this guy, and I would move him away to the end of this room to use the out of bounds. So imagine the out of bounds starting now, and I'll let you know when the out of bounds would have ended. But for now, we gotta do the rest of the stage. Quick pause on pause to let the room load. Make our way through here. Don't need to worry about any of these guys. I have 16 shots, so this is plenty for what I need to do next. Get on the air saucer, get through this like pond area. Turns out you can double jump on the air saucer, like this, and then you can just skip that whole room. Okay. I'm gonna use the air saucer here. There's a way to jump across, but it scares me a lot, so I'm not going to. We gotta play it a little more safe. Alright, I'm gonna kill 10 of these assassins. So there's 1. Let's count 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 5 and 6. 7. Where's the next one? 8. 9. And 10. Okay, I have a full meter now, but the power won't activate until I leave this air saucer. All the while, I'm dodging all these Bigfoots. Yes, the Bigfoot from the Sonic Adventure 2. If I get shot twice by them, I die, because I immediately fall into the acid river. Okay, the out of bounds would have ended back by that checkpoint. So let's show you how much time you would have saved.
That's when it would have ended?
That's what it would have ended.
What the?
It's a massive skip. And it is amazing, and sadly we don't get to do it, but that's fine. We get to see more of the stage. Oh no, it happened! Okay, so that is a, no, don't do it again, thank you. So, the collision can be a bit weird, and that spring pad there, if you hit it just right, you'll get launched down into the acid river and die immediately on contact. And then jump up. So that happened there. Thankfully, it's not a big deal, because unlike in other places where if you die, you lose all your points and meters and whatnot, we already got rid of all the points we needed to use. So, no worries, but yikes. Okay, do another one of these jumps to get past here to avoid having to go all the way around. And that's Black Comet. Alrighty. Lava Shelter. It's the one with the androids, because Shadow is absolutely an android. Not really, but like, what a silly storyline to have. Just gonna make my way through here a little bit slower than I would like, but didn't quite start off exactly as I wanted to. That was a thing. Okay. Making my way through again. Again, we want to get chaos control, but we don't want to get it too early. So I'll be maneuvering or navigating my way through. I want to stay on this upper section here, opposed to the bottom section, because this will bring me to a shadow box. And in the shadow box, we'll get our favorite weapon, the egg vacuum. And with the egg vacuum, that'll allow me to vacuum up these egg pawns super quick. Oh, thanks for the sideways light dash. I appreciate it. I'm gonna make my way through here. So one mechanic for the expert mode stage is that they're forcing you down the dark path, and by doing that, they are turning on the generators automatically with placed enemies that are just shooting it on sight. You'll see one of them right there. But that's a little fun. But the gold ring is in the dark section, so that's where we need to go. A few more kills here. Grab these two shadows, actual androids. And now I'm going to use chaos control here. Just to skip all the dark section. So skipping this, and this huge climbing section that I do not want to do for any reason. Okay, so just as a heads up, everybody in the chat, if you have Chow emotes picturing Chows, this is the moment that you've been waiting for. It will be very clear very soon, but prepare them. We are now entering Cosmic Fall. So that translates, Cream is in Japanese now, so you probably didn't understand that, but it translates to good luck shadow. So, we appreciate that cheese, the chow. So I grabbed this satellite laser. We haven't really seen it used much, but the satellite laser basically brings down those giant laser beams we saw all the way back in stage 1. And one fun thing about that is it has the lock-on ability, and I can actually lock onto things past doors. And there's a switch past a door that I could just wait for, but instead I am going to use it to bypass that and get a little bit of extra speed out of that. Okay, I need that Chaos Orb. Thank you very much. And now allow me to skip this next section here. Just like this. All that bottom stuff, no thank you. And all this top stuff, I am going to actually get a safety checkpoint. I'm just going to do this normally. I don't want to waste too much time here, but I could have done a spin dash maneuver that would have made me jump onto this platform really early to get up to here pretty fast. But the last thing I need after everything that has happened so far is to have another... Oh no. At least we got the checkpoint right. Am I gonna make it? Nope. Sometimes that platform eats my speed, so I guess we'll just do this normally. Good thing we got the checkpoint. So no, we no longer have the satellite lasers. That's unfortunate, but again, it's not the end of the world. It's more of a nice to have. There we go. And we land over here. Just like that. And now we just have to wait for this key door. Open, open, thank you. That opens up all these light dashes, so if you're remembering this section and the way it is awful, don't worry, it's not awful anymore. I can just skip all of it. A little nice and easy. Okay, so I don't have to go up, I can just go forwards. And now I do need to pay attention. Okay, I can go. So those those platforms will intersect the light ring dash, and they will kill you if you are, like, not immediately, but they will take you off the light dash, and then you basically fall to your death. So did not want. So you gotta pay attention. Okay, Cosmic Fall done. Final Haunt next. Last Way last. We're almost done. Okay, so there's a fun little bug in the Final Haunt here that the English version doesn't have, but it's a easy price to pay for all the benefits this Japanese version allows me to have for this category. In a section coming up here, we will be attacking some black oaks that look just like that, and there's a bug in the way the level's laid out, and they are like infinitely multiplying, which is very scary, because normally I'm supposed to shoot them and then run past their corpse, but with them multiplying, they are going to like be there immediately again and hurt me. So I will probably run into one of them here, just to kind of explain how that worked. One more here. You can use the chaos control, skip this whole section. And one more chaos control, get through here. Seamen, go to sleep. Up next, here's the section. Here I go. Yep, there it goes. Got it by one. Alright, 4 shots. And now I want to get past this puzzle here. I could do this a little bit riskier, but I am going to instead stay low to the ground here. Dodge all those lasers. There's no way they can get me. And now I'm going to grab this egg vacuum. Or this is like the egg vacuum before the, what do you call? The normal version of the egg vacuum. They let you move those panels out of the way for the lasers. Oh, nope, get a good jump. But basically you vacuum up something and then you can use it as a projectile. So we'll kind of see that possibly in this next area. Use the vacuum to open up this panel. Get through. No acid river here, so I can just jump down. And there's 4 enemies down here. There's a whole like ordeal to like climb up this section, and I don't want to do it. So up the silo we go. Skipping all this, getting off this rail right away, because if you're starting off like that, you're really slow. Now we're just gonna run to the end. Just like so. Alright. Nothing crazy here. Normally there's a bunch of shields you have to go through in the stage, but they don't have them here, so I can just run through just fine. Okay, the last stage, the last way. Time will be when I hit that goal ring. This will be pretty quick though. So the last way is the level that you play when you've done the 10 main endings of story mode, and you get to find out the true ending to Shadow the Hedgehog. Beat the big bad. Alrighty, I'm gonna grab the shadow rifle here. That'll be the quickest way to kill the enemies I need to kill. There's a key door here. I technically could go from the top, but I found that it's just faster to just... Oh, there goes a shot. Just go through the main door. And that puts you like halfway into the stage. now we just need to jump through here. Then do some homing attacking off of these black votes. Gotta get this guy twice because he won't let you pass otherwise. Okay, 1, 2, waiting for more. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And just like with Iron Jungle, I want to make sure I get my last kill pretty much immediately down here. And just like that, that'll let me skip this section and this section. Alright, nice spaced out rings preventing a light dash. And this is the final stretch. Time is coming up any second now. If I can stop running into stuff. Okay, here we go. And time.
All right, you got 109.42.
Oh, that's good. I thought that we were going to be a little bit further ahead or further behind with some of those bigger mistakes in the beginning, but I'm glad.
Heck yeah. Now, is there credits before the in-game time if you'd like to see that? Or
I stopped when the game crashed.
Oh, that's true. It's not going to be... The game has its own form of chaos control.
I definitely gave up on that. We are 4 minutes RTA behind record, so there's no point right now. I got it back up recording because I got like a personal best on a particular level, but otherwise, no need. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want more Shadow content, you can follow me at twitch.tv/BlazinZzetti, though I am practicing for some other marathon stuff in the next week, so I won't be playing Shadow immediately, but we'll be right back to it right after that. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed.